In today's video, we'll be exploring GUI selection widgets, checkboxes, radio buttons, and toggle switches. Any UI would need all of those, or at least one or two. We'll look at each one of them. You'll see how to declare them, how to customize some of their characteristics, how to lay them out properly, and how to capture their state to react to user input. All this will be done step by step with clean and practical examples. As usual, I created a new folder for this video and I will be using the same template as before. I will start off by updating the window title to checkboxes, radio buttons, and switches. I will start with the checkbox. Same as the button and editors, checkboxes need to be declared before usage. So variable checkbox of type widget.Bool. I want to create a checkbox in the center of the window. So I need a layout.center. Under it, I will need a layout.flex with layout.vertical axis, then layout.rigid. Creating a checkbox is similar to creating a button or an editor. So material.Checkbox with these parameters. The first one is the theme as usual, then the pointer to the checkbox, then a string, which is the checkbox title that will show up at the right of the checkbox square. And that's it. Let's compile this code and run it to see how it looks. We have a checkbox with the title enable feature in the middle of the window. Let's see what we can do with this checkbox. Same way we did in the previous video, to customize a widget, we need to assign it to a variable cb, then return cb.layout. Let's start by increasing the size to 60. Run the application to see the effect. The square is getting quite bigger than before, but the size of the title text is the same. I will lower the size of the checkbox to 40 and increase the size of the title to 20. Run again. Nice. Now, back to the code. I will create now radio buttons. Same as the checkbox, radio button need to be declared. So radio button of type widget.Enum. We need a widget. I will take it from above. Same syntax as the checkbox, material.RadioButton with these parameters. The theme as usual, the pointer of the radio button, and the strings, key, and label. The label is like a title. It's what's displayed right of the radio button. The key is used to check which radio button is selected. You will see its usage a bit later in this video. I will create a second radio button that belongs to the same group. I will copy and paste the whole widget. I will need to change the key and the label. Notice here that these two radio buttons have the same pointer and different key. This is done by purpose because they belong to the same group. Let's run now to see how it looks. As expected, the two radio buttons are under the checkbox. Let's see now what we can do with these radio buttons. As usual, assign the radio button to a variable RB and return rb.layout. I will change the size to 50 and see how big it will become. Run again. The circle of the first radio button is quite bigger than the second. The label still the same. Back to the code. Same as I did for the checkbox, I will lower the size to 40 and set the text size to 20. Looks good for one radio button. Let's do the same for the second radio button. Run again. Looks good now. Back to the code now and let's add a toggle switch widget. A toggle switch is declared the same way as the checkbox. It has the same type. So I will add my switch on the same line as the checkbox. I will copy the widget and create a switch under it. Material.Switch with parameters, theme, switch pointer, and a description. The description doesn't have any effect. It's not displayed at all. I guess it's kept there for some backward compatibility. I will leave it empty. I close the widget. Before we run the code, let's add some comments to separate the widgets out. Run now. Let's see how we can change the look of this switch. Assign the switch to a variable s and return s.layout as usual. We don't have any way to change the size of the switch as we did for the checkbox and the radio button. In my book and the chapter Creating Custom Widgets, I showed how to build a custom toggle switch that looks different than the default switch. We will get to see how in this tutorial, but a bit later when we cover what's needed to do this customization. What we can change, on the other hand, is the color of the circle or the thumb when it's disabled and its color when it's enabled. And we can also change the color of the track. Let's set the color of the thumb when it's disabled. I will set alpha with a number less than the max, which is 255. For the color when it's enabled, I will just copy the first color and set the alpha to max. I will set now the color of the track, increase the red and the blue a bit, and set max value for the green. Not sure how the switch will look like with these colors. We will see. Run now. Actually, not bad. Green track, blue thumb when enabled, and light blue when disabled. We will see now how to capture the values of these selection widgets. I will start with the checkbox. To get the status of the checkbox, we query cb.checkbox.value. If it's true, I will change the color of the text and the checkbox icon, which is the square and the check mark. So if it's true, I will make the color greenish for both the text and the icon. If not, I will make the color a bit gray by picking the following numbers. Run now to see the effect. When the checkbox is disabled, it looks kind of grayed out. When enabled, the text and the checkbox icon turns light green. The gray color makes it as if the checkbox is not selectable. So I will comment out text color when it's enabled. When it's disabled, I will increase the red color to the max and lower the green. Let's see now how it will become. When the check is disabled, the text is red, and when it's enabled, the icon turns green and the text is black. Let's customize the radio button. To test the status of the radio button, we check if RadioButton.value is equal to the key, which is the string light for this radio button. If it's equal to light, it means that the radio button is selected. Then I will change the text color. I will copy the color from above. I will also change the icon color. The checkbox icon is the circle with a dot inside of it. I will do the same thing for the second radio button. I will copy the if block and paste it below and change the key from the string light to the string dark. Let's run now. Right when I select the radio button, its text and its icon change to light green, and selecting it makes it go back to its original color. This is exactly what we need. I will customize the toggle switch now. We test the status of the toggle switch by checking if s.switch.value is true. What we can do in this case is change the color of the track. So I will take the color from above. If it's enabled, I will change the color to be more green. And if it's disabled, I will set the color to be red. I will also lower the transparency to 100. Let's run now to see if the colors are good. When the switch is enabled, the track is green and the thumb is blue. When it's disabled, the track is reddish and the thumb is blue reddish. I guess it's okay. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you find the content of this video useful, please subscribe, comment, like, and share. Thank you.